Hello, welcome back. This is Jacob, and today we are gonna begin a new sorta Let's Play series on this channel with, Integrated Strategies Season 2. Well, I wanted to begin this actually originally when it dropped a couple of weeks back, just never got around to it, and considering that we got an update to it right now and a new monthly squad, figured why not? It's never too late, right? So, before we begin, I'm gonna use this intro to say a couple of things, and also for newcomers who haven't played integrated strategies, but wanna at least learn, especially what the what this interface is about. I'm gonna do like a small introduction into this, what it is and how it plays. So, for you who wanna skip, I'll place a what's it called? A timestamp down in the comments so you can skip this whole intro and just go to the gameplay. But in general, like most stuff on this channel, it's pretty much gonna be as I play. I'm gonna narrate literally everything that is in front of us, all the text. I'm gonna read all the little thingies that are gonna be there, so you can just chill and relax and listen to it, for the most part, obviously. Unless we do like a repeat during an episode, or in the later episodes of this, I'm gonna be probably just mostly skimming over it, considering we've already seen by that point all the shit. But for the first time, when we go through stuff, I'm gonna be reading a lot. That's just how I like to play my games. I like to read all the things I find. I am that type of player. I find an item, I open the inventory, I read what I just found. You know, lore. But yeah, first off, let me thank everybody who has, prior to this weekend, already subscribed to this channel and has been with me for a while. And obviously, in the same amount, let me thank everybody subbed over this weekend since the Ling release. A lot of people have actually for the channel have actually subscribed, so thank you very much. That means a lot. Second off, I want to use this like first episode per week, and this is gonna be a series that drops at least twice per week, where I just randomly play. First episode per week is gonna be just funsies with the squad, until I can actually fully beat it with the monthly squad, because we'll see if that ever happens. Second off, the second episode per week is gonna be the regular operations with a, just for the fun of it, for a fully randomized squad, because I kind of love that. The one option that gives you literally 3 completely random picks. But yeah, that's pretty much the format of how this is gonna go. Now, I also want to use like I said, the first episode to just give an overview for what's to come over the week on the channel in general. Surprise, surprise, it's gonna be a lot of narrated stuff. Well, first off, once again, all the operator records that exist in the game have been recorded and uploaded on the channel. If you have an operator that you have seen and know has a record but cannot be bothered or cannot level them for whatever any reason, they exist on the channel, have a go at it. Some of the uploads are old, so excuse the quality of those, but that's just how it is. Now, the narrated module stories links is already out since yesterday. I was like, anything to do with Ling is like, my god, what am I even reading right now? Is it a dream, or is it reality, or is it Final Fantasy, or is it Nomura? But yeah, that is out. For the rest of the week, there's gonna be one more module story that will pop up. It's gonna be the one for Nerl, the Radiant Knight. I have her prepared. I just need to finish the what are they called? The 2 quests, or just one quest, I think, on her thing, and then just that's it. Pretty much just click the button and get the story. So that's gonna be at some point during this week. Gonna continue the operator file narrations and their voice lines. Sometime after this episode goes out, the first episode for the narration and I'm just gonna call it character voice acting, whatever. Narration and character voice acting for the what's it called? The current event is gonna go live. Not sure yet how many parts this one will be, but it's probably gonna be like 3 or 4 parts, the huge. And obviously towards the end of the week, now that I have more time, I'm gonna record and post the next episode for the narration of the main story, which is more than likely gonna be just one single part, but I don't know yet how long that will be. Okay, that covers that. Now, for people who are new to this game mode and haven't played the game yet, or are just picking up the game and are watching this video, let's go over what we are currently seeing on the thing and how this is played. In short, this is essentially a where you get a couple of stages where you go from beginning to end. You pick your path through the stages. The path can consist of battle stages, of random event encounters, of harder battle stages, boss stages, traders, safe houses, and I think I'm forgetting one more. Oh yeah, and random artifact / boon stages. But yeah, as for this interface that we are seeing right in front of us right now, let's start in the top right. This thing updates every 30 days. The first one gave us 50 levels on it, and it's essentially, imagine it like a battle pass, but no extra layer to it. You literally just need to level through it. And you get very juicy rewards. There's some very high quality, very annoying, rare shit that you can either just craft or you can simply get through it. One of the things that is unique to this, you get a unit once you reach level 25, which is Shalem. And Shalem is a tank, or rather, defender character. And you get essentially his entire potential as you get to level 50, level 50 being the last part of it. And most recently we got 15 additional levels that I will obviously level through this series. But yeah, essentially. And how do you get the XP? Essentially, you just play the stages in this normal regular operation mode, which I'm gonna get to in a moment. Now, below this we have the monthly quests, let's call them, and they essentially give you different different objectives. You complete them, you get candles, essentially. You can refresh them 4 times. I don't know if that goes up, actually. Let's refresh one, and now I got a different card with different objectives. Essentially, you complete them, you get extra and quicker XP. That's pretty much what that is for. Below that, we have the Explore button, which essentially starts the thing, and you can pick the difficulty. And yes, I have not yet, even though I'm all the way up to level 47 on this thing, I have not yet fully completed this, well, any run. I've come to the last stage multiple times. One of the attempts was literally, and that was not planned, was literally with a squad that had 0 healers on the last freaking stage and boss. You can imagine how that one went. The only semi-healer, I didn't even have tank healers. The only semi-healer in that run was the 9-color deer. That was the only healer I had for that entire run. For some reason, RNG was not with me, and it was with me in some regard. But yeah, essentially, before you begin, you can pick your difficulty, be it castle sightseeing, the normal, investigation, or once you complete fully, you get this extra hard mode, basically bigger multipliers on them, essentially. Next to that button, we have the Crimson Exhibition, which is essentially a room where you have all the things you've seen and collected through it, be it these unique CGs, the music, which you can change if you want to. Tactical drop are essentially your pickups that you can find in shops during the run. These are essentially buffs that you're picking up from random events, mostly. These flyers work basically for the next stage, essentially. Like, you enter the next stage and, where is it, for example? Yeah, let's say you enter the next harder stage, which is called an emergency operation. The units on there are gonna be 15% slower, for example. And here we have, and I'm gonna go over this in a second, but essentially you can view the previous... I don't know if this unlocks for people who haven't completed it yet, so I'm gonna just post it out here for people who have missed this. If you want to see it in a future episode, I can make like the beginning of an episode just where I read out these conversations between the previous month's monthly squad. If there's no interest, no harm done, right? But essentially you can reread those paragraphs between them. Now, at the bottom here we have, as I already said, you have the option to choose between regular operation and monthly squad. Monthly squad essentially starts you with a preset of 3 characters. They have their own story, their own communications, 3 of them in total as you progress, and their own little objective as to where to reach in the stages, and you get all of these little goodies as rewards, plus a lot of the XP for leveling up the stuff. Now, on the very left, we have the medals, which are self-explanatory. Those are achievements. Then we have this little thing, the insight. Essentially, this is a passive buff tree for your runs, and essentially as you're progressing through it, it costs more and more, obviously, insight to level up. Currently level 4, the level 4 node, which gives a higher value of candles that you receive, and deployment limit +1, costs 120, and it's gonna be a while. Well, not really a while, but depends how well the run goes. But essentially it buffs your XP that tallies at the end, starting currency called Originium Ingots, attack, defense, HP, your initial life points, EXP that you get for a certain rank up in the runs, which I'm gonna go over once we start, and the squad size limit goes up with it. And now for the final thing here on this thing is the investment system. Now, this thing appears randomly in the shops at the trader. The trader, our good old friendo over here. And essentially it's its own rank up system. It lets you deposit the Originium ingots. And as you go up, you essentially are unlocking permanent things for, well, for the shop. Essentially, the first one at 25 gives you an additional item in stock that he is willing to trade. The next one unlocks a artifact. 200 unlocks a balance withdrawal function, which is amazing. Which means even in the future, even if you in the future play and keep pumping stuff into this, you will be able to withdraw a certain amount. Because I'm guessing, since I didn't unlock it obviously, but I'm guessing it's gonna let you withdraw a random amount of money, considering it also gives you a random amount of money to deposit every time you get to it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It appears random, so if you're playing for the first time and it doesn't appear in the first shop you go into, don't be alarmed. But yeah. Quick sip. Anyway, so for today's first episode, we're gonna start with the monthly squad, in which we have a very interesting squad. We have Palace. Palace is a character that I have not gotten when their banner was up, sadly. I did like a handful of pulls, but it just wouldn't happen, and well, Nerl's banner was literally around the corner, so I was keeping my currency for that. Kal'tsit, who I do have her actually leveled up pretty far, so that's gonna be fun. Why I'm saying I have her leveled up, I'll go over that in a moment. And then we have Rangers. Essentially, we have here a squad that is composed pretty much of old dudes. I'm not sure about Palace. Palace is probably the youngest in this group, I presume. Considering Kal'tsit's past. Oh boy, how old are you, Kal'tsit? And Rangers is old, but not that old. Which is kind of surprising that he is only a 2-star if you know anything about this guy. Considering how long he has been serving and, well, doing stuff in the field. But yeah. So, in the spirit of we're gonna be reading everything, this squad's title is Seniority and Rebirth. Interesting. And the short description here reads, those who seem to be the older in years are not necessarily older. Those who seem to be younger, they might indeed be younger. When flowers bloom from an old tree branch, is it the old getting a new breath of life, or is it instead new lives opening their lives to the world's embrace? So, let's begin. As said earlier, for this reward we need to essentially land on a certain area, which is towards the end. I think it's basically the second or last map. So, once selected, now this screen is different obviously if you go with regular or monthly squad. With monthly squad it just shows you the 3 characters, but now we can see the rest of the interface here. Now first off, this is something that everybody who has played the game should know what it is. Essentially your gates of HP carries over in between every single run inside of this, or rather battle I should say. Then we have command level. Now command level is individual for every run. Essentially completing battle stages gives you XP, you level up, you get hope, and at certain stages you also get the maximum operator number up on top of it. Now what is hope? Hope is your primary currency that you need to recruit higher tiered characters. Characters like Rangers, and I can't remember right now. I think 3-star characters are costing 0. 4 stars are costing 2. 5 stars are costing 3. And 6 stars are... How much are 6 stars again? Was it 5 or 6? Something like that. 6, I think. Oh, no, oh, wait. Sorry. 4 stars? No. I am forgetting. I am completely forgetting how much... We'll get over that. I'm gonna just show it when we get there. And obviously in the top right corner we have the currency, which right now for me starting currency is 16. But yeah. Anyway, next screen we get a... Okay. We get a random item which immediately gives me 10 life points. Great. And now we get a selection of what do you want to start with. Also, while we are here, let's begin with reading shit, shall we? So, this first item is called... It's a random item, by the way. But it's called Proof of Longevity. Gives 10 life points immediately and says, a tree branch that has withered and flourished. When it is withered, it grows anew. When it is thriving in its fullest, it fades away yet again. Yep, this is gonna be a lot of text that is very reminiscent of how the Soul series does their shenanigans. So let's see here. We have different things we can start with. We have gain 4 temporary life points at the beginning of each battle. Then we have +2 squad size limit, +2 deployment limit. Then this is probably my favorite one. Just start with plus 20 Orgenium ingots and 2 hope. Very simple. Spearhead Squad gives start with 1 life point. All operators will gain 15% attack and 50% max HP. This is like a pretty much a challenge mode, you could say. Then we have the Research Squad, which starts with 2 life point plus 2 life points, sorry, to what you have already. Gain 30% command XP from battles, which is also not too bad. Essentially, you level up faster. But I usually like to start with this, so we're gonna start with this one. And we are in. Okay, I'm gonna let this play. I don't know how much they're gonna talk, but this goes very fast and I cannot stop it. And then we're gonna read it in peace. Oh boy. It just started to sink in. These 3 are very heavy monologue characters, aren't they? Oh no. Okay. Let's see. It's a palace. I don't even know how palace sounds. I usually like to do voices, but holy hell, how will this go? In the Hall of Heroes, there has forever been a legend. It tells of a priest of devotion, fearlessness, and heroism true, bestowed with the rare honor of bearing the evergreen ivy. Thus, the priest protects the warriors who fight for Minos until the ivy wilts in hand. No nature plant can truly be evergreen in its triumph. Ah, indeed, indeed. How fair a legend it is to hear, yet how cruel too. They call it evergreen, and why should it wither still? Huh. So, legends usually go. No need to lose too much sleep over it, Miss Priest. Come to mention it, I think I've heard a similar rumor in my time. Oh, it must surely be a story just as riveting then. It's just something from my youngling years. Ah, it's been too long. The details escape me now. Alas, then it is truly a tale ancient to rival history's epics. Hardly. I just remember a soldier from another land who told us children plenty of stories. I remember the soldier once referred to a dead branch that kept on sprouting new buds. It took your story to remind this old man of it. Did this soldier yet mentioned come from Gaul? Correct. No wonder you heard the tale, her tell, Doctor. How mighty Gaul was in those days. Never speaks of it now. I think we've gotten sidetracked. Interesting. So I'll have to reread your file again. Were you actually taking place in that battle? In those battles around Gaul? Okay. Anyway, here we are essentially, and this is the first floor. Essentially, it will always start with a battle stage, and then it will branch into different encounters, battle stages, and the first floor, I'm actually not fully sure. The first floor, I think, always ends with the trader. The later floors have boss stages, and they can give you a random artifact, basically buff. But yeah, let's begin with the first stage. Says gun salute. When there are visitors, we have to welcome them with a gun salute. With the fog covering the entire area, though we might have a little trouble with the firing trajectory. So yeah, essentially very simple stage. One entry to the gate, which is gonna be very simple to defend. And if you've did it already, you can see who can appear. And yes, if you've played before and played Fungi Mist, which is essentially the first iteration of this thing, these fuckers are here and can random spawn. And oh boy, if you cannot kill them fast enough. Especially the big bear. The big bear just one-shots everything. But they have their own lore, which is interesting. So, excuse me while I quickly go over these two ding-dongs. Says, Duck Lord. A famous Colombian investor, entrepreneur, and master of duck power. Out of the public eye, enjoys kicking back with others. And our bear here, Gopnik, the Orso security guard hired by Ducklord. Powerful, but not very smart. mainly responsible for carrying luggage for Duck Lord. And I'll be clear here, they have their own lore as we're gonna go into this further and further. Okay, Palace. I have never played with you. I know you function similar to Whislash, I think, where you get more attack if you are behind someone, right? And hit from range, yeah. Okay. Skills. Attack range plus 1 tile, 50%, and every attack has 70% chance to stun. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, let's take this. Thank you. I was not that far off with the voice. I was not that far off with the voice. By the way, for whoever is listening, if the volume in the background is too loud, please tell me on this first episode so I can, well, I can adjust it for future purposes. Okay, let's speed this thing up. Oh, this is gonna be cakewalk, I guess. Well. So, as this is all running itself, how's everybody doing? How's been your day? Good? I hope it has been good. If it hasn't, it can only be better, right? It actually hits over there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, kal'tsit is one of those characters that I've very rarely use. It's quite funny. In this game, there's a lot of operators that are like the bee's knees. Everybody hypes them up. They're super powerful, and I've very rarely used them. kal'tsit is definitely amongst them. So is Surtur, so is Shen Alter. Ling is probably gonna fall into the same category outside of a couple of shenanigans that I want to pull off. Which brings me to the fact that if I do get a ticket to yoink a support operator, I'm definitely gonna pick Ling, because I do want to see how she fares in this mode. But yeah, essentially, stage completed. You get a perfect rating if you complete it with with whatever HP points you started it with. You get XP, which tallies into the rank. You get hope from the rank, and then we get rewards. Oh god, great! We are starting off amazingly. Well, you get 3 ingots. Then we get a random flyer, which has its own story. This one is called the Dawn. Says immediately gain +1 life point when entering the next encounter on this floor. Well, yeah. And the story on this says, a ray of light radiates forward from behind, sweeping past the clamoring cities and into the fissure between heaven and earth. Suddenly the world is free of its early morning trance, its eyes wide open, with morning dew glimmering for all to see. Poetic. And guess who I am picking here? Not even thinking. I want to have some freaking fun. Hi, darling. Oh, shit, should have shown this, but essentially in this mode, when you are picking units, they're... Thank you, Ling. When you're picking units, there will always be on, at least the higher tiered units, the higher star units, will always be on E1. And whatever max level you have them on, if you have them on E1 level 1, they're gonna pop in here as level 1s. If you have them on E2 and a certain level, once you promote them inside of this mode, they will essentially be that same level. If you have a module on them, obviously the modules only work on E2, you'll get them working as well. So, we have a choice, and we don't have a choice. It is literally the same. Let's go through the bottom, why not? And pretty much encounters always have the same text, so I'm gonna skip this over in the future, but says here, new friends, old rivals, strange encounters never age, only scars stand the test of time. And because I have this flyer down here, the Dawn, which said gain 1 life point when you encounter, and this is an encounter, I'm gonna gain a life point right now. Well, this is an amazing start, I will not complain. This is an artifact and a pretty good one, but story-wise, it's called a secret entrance, or rather the encounter is called secret entrance. The artifact in question is called Flowers of Quinde. And the secret entrance says, in your confusion, you smash through a wall to find a large empty space hidden behind it. The room's furnishings highlight its users' unique artistic sensibilities. There are all kinds of antiques you have never seen plastered all over the wall. In the center of the room, an inscribed tablet brimming with historical richness attracts your attention. Now, if you want to ignore the thing, I can get 2 hope instantly, but I do want to get this artifact because all friendly units recover 10 HP every second. And now that we've yoinked it, we get more text. It says, you take the tablet and find its backside inscribed with a sentence. The insults to the foolish and the ignorant once left me sullen and stricken with grief. But art does not lose its meaning simply for rough appearances. And I think that is... oh yeah, it does have its own top. So the text on the thing says, an epic narrative poem, or rather the description I should say, an epic narrative poem etched on a stone tablet. It was written 800 years ago by a famous Gaulish poet. But although modern literary scholars hold the poem in extremely high regard, historical records show that he was often ridiculed by his contemporaries for his obese figure and unattractive facial features. So yeah, this entire event is very steeped in Gaulish lore and tidbits about their culture. For those of you who do not know, Gaul essentially was a country that a couple of decades prior to where we are currently in the world's timeline has been completely obliterated. It does not exist anymore, essentially. Alright, next encounter, and we have a campsite. Says you find a quiet corner safe enough to harbor your entire squad from harm, allowing you to rest and reorganize. Having helped your teammates settle in, your consciousness slowly begins to loosen up. There can be random things to the campsite, so in the future, obviously, if we get another campsite and it's just this, I'm gonna read it again. But essentially, you can gain life points, you can gain random other things as well. And now that we've completed it, it says, by the time you open your eyes yet again, your anxiety and exhaustion have long departed your body. You gather up your bags and continue exploring the unknown with your teammates. And final part of this first stage, we get to the Rogue Trader. Not an ally or an enemy. Some people like to sit on the fence. I love this guy. I love this guy ever since I did my first narration on the channel and recorded the Vigilo series, pardon. And he was in the first story. The way he talks and acts is... I love it. You want to hear a story? Sure, my friend, but good tales don't come cheap. Anyway, we have choices here. Let's see. So there can be a lot of things here, from gizmos that you can use on the maps, like the fog machine, which I should actually take and just showcase what it does. From yoinking a voucher for a healer. Now I don't have hope, which means I can only recruit like 3 or 2 stars, unless it's gonna give me something special. This I do not think I had before. 4-leaf clover fossil. Gain an additional choice when collectibles are dropped after battle. Or maybe I did have this before, but doesn't matter. A symbol of luck that Magellan found in a place all but devoid of life. The rock has no doubt experienced many violent changes of the lands, but it survived, giving those who come across it a small bit of lingering hope. Ah, interesting. Magellan, huh? Sure, why not? Buying everything. Now, these ones are actually quite good considering we have a specialist operator right now. Specialist operators have 30 plus attack speed. Project Red has a knife. She has a knife. Honey, what do you have there? A knife! No! Okay, I had to do it. These are quite useful if you have already a unit. For example, these training manuals, if I would have had a Vanguard already, I could have promoted him, or rather them, for free. So no hope would be used. And hope is also used in promotion, by the way. Says a formidable set of equipment to provide strength and indomitable heart to press forward bravely. But yeah, this is pretty much what we're left with now, so yep, let's go. Next stage, Sunset Courtyard, and this one is, well, this one is a nice mix, starting with battle stages, into battle stages and an encounter, and then the boon bonus. So let's see what encounters we have. We have the grand finale. Don't just worry about dealing with the mercenaries and Originium slugs. The most troublesome folks always show up last. Which, yes, means these two can appear. And then we have Destitute Knights. A round of expelled Casimirian knights have become wandering mercenaries. Their former titles revealed by the insignias on their clothing. Pretty much the same stage we just had, just there's gonna be a higher tiered encounter with the well, with the elites essentially. But let's see, top goes into 2 battle stages, huh? Let's go with top. Let's go with top because I used up a lot of Originium ingots. So I can do another battle stage. Let's see. Let's place you down. Yosh. So you can start hitting that one. Okay, good. That was kind of last second, I'm gonna lie. Also, I don't know how well you can hear the sound in the background, but with the gunfire is happening in the background, I always think it's happening outside of the house and someone for some reason is doing firework bullshit. Don't ask me why, it's just so subtle, I guess. Okay. I think this is alright as is. Now, Ling is probably gonna be quite the thing in here. The thing I need to somehow focus is increase deployment limits. Because otherwise there's not gonna be much use out of her. Considering right now I'm already at deployment limit. Okay. And by the way, the fog machine basically works by deploy. This square that you're seeing is essentially gonna be there for a couple of seconds, and anybody who passes through it is 60% slower, which can be very useful on certain stages in the air.
志かなって得意満面といったところかな。聞くんよ。しかれどもおごることなかれだ。とはいえ、褒めるべきは褒めねばならないかな。よくやったね。
Alright. Right, what do we get? We get ingots, and this time we get a voucher for a caster. And yes, as you can see, when it comes to this, I can only pick up, when I don't have any hope, I can only pick up 2 or 3 stars, which in this case is going to be a 2-star. And yes, as you can see here, as an example, characters who, for example, Passenger here, I have on E2 level 60 because I was getting his module. If I would be able to recruit him right now, he would be level 80, E1. So max level on E1. If I would get another voucher for caster unit and use it on him again, he would be promoted automatically to E2 and he would be level 60 with his module, obviously. But right now we have no hope, so we're gonna be well, we're gonna be going with lava, why not? So we have 2 battle stages yet again. Patrol Squad. A team of mercenaries are patrolling in the courtyard. Their hounds pick up the scent of strangers and start barking immediately, sending the entire squad your way. Or we have Unequal Split. The bandits and casters are having an argument over the unowned treasure. Just as they are about to come to blows, your entrance gives them a different idea. So this one is essentially one lane towards the base, and I think this one might have a treasure on it, so I'm gonna show you guys what the treasure is about. And this one usually also has a stage, also one lane, essentially just defend in front of the gate, and that's pretty much it with this map. Let's see. Well, considering I have Ling and everything, let's go with this one. And yes, this one can also spawn our 2 unique enemies here. So let's see if they actually spawn, and if I can actually kill them. I would, however, love it if after this stage the game gives me a Vanguard voucher, because I would like a DP printer, please. Oh, 2 treasure chests. Ooh. Okay, well, deploy. Deploy you that way. Please kill him quick before he reaches the chest. Thank you. You will not be able to heal monster if I deploy it that way. Nah. Be there. Be like that. Why not? I think Palace is gonna be enough for this beginning stage. I just need someone to... Yep, someone to hit the big guy. Delete. Okay. Also, essentially, these treasure chests are, if you can keep them without a enemy unit reaching them, you get 1 additional Originium ingot at the end of the stage. So if we can keep both of these safe, we're gonna get 2. And sure, why not? Let's deploy the fog machine, why not? Oh, there you go. As you can see, the fog machine does its job, and it's pretty useful, I would say. There are other pickups that you can get here. For example, one of them is you can pick up the usual mines or a rescue net, which lets you way quicker deploy an operator. Essentially, you pull an operator out and it lets you deploy the operator with like 80% reduced time. So there we go. We got a total of 5 ingots. We got another flyer, which is essentially the same one we had already, the Dawn, so I'm not gonna read it again. And we got a promotion for a healer, which I'm gonna be using on kal'tsit right now. Right now I don't really need any other healers. So let's promote kal'tsit to E2, which should put her on next level, considering she is a monthly operator, and that obviously unlocks her new skill. But for now, I'm gonna keep her on the second one. Yeah, don't really need true damage right now. So now we have another branch. Let's go bottom, see what we get. Says the kind puppet. A worn-out wooden puppet sits next to the wall, its limbs almost falling apart. Its hazy facial features seem to ring a bell, but you cannot say for certain who it is given how worn out it is. You come close to the puppet and find that there seems to be something hidden inside its chest. And we get 5 Originium ingots for free. Continues, you pry open its chest and find a fire red heart. You obtain a beautiful gem, the heart of the puppet. Rip your heart. And this is gonna be the first boon stage that we get. Essentially, we're gonna get a random artifact. It says, Gift of History. An old city once perished in a tragedy, and the tragic tale of the citizens' tribulations has been weaved into a play. While their story continues to be told, the treasures of the city have laid dormant until now. You come across some treasures next to the rotten corpse of the story's protagonist. The most precious manuscript, penned by the star himself, is half rotted and lost among the dust. And what do we get? Okay. Chivalric Commandments, new edition. For each 5 Originium ingots in possession, all friendly units have +5 attack speed. I need to see how much we have currently. Description says, taking solemn vows is a thing of the past. The spirit of modern knighthood requires more flexible displays. Go ahead and input your number in the communication device, and you too will be an honorary knight. And the text continues, no one can say for certain whether the script came first or the actual event. As a memento, you pick a treasure from the pile. Boy oh boy, what a treasure we got. And the record continues between the characters, so let's let them finish. And then I'm gonna read it out, because I cannot pause. Oh boy. Okay. A dried branch, new buds drawn from the most withered places, then rotting and bidding on the most vigorous leaves, a forever growing stem, sterility and exuberance twisted together, the newborn portion devouring the dead as nourishment, the dead finding birth anew from within its own life. It's odd for me to imagine hearing this story again after so many years. How miraculous! Isn't it just a story? This branch existed in reality. I once witnessed it on the land of a celebrated Gaulish noble, but a trace of it has been lost to the fires of war by now. But all its trace. That truly is a shame, if ever I had the chance to see it for myself. Ah, I think you'd be better off without it, really. And wherefore? I can answer that for you. Rumors say that obtain this branch means obtaining rebirth, obtaining eternal life. Branch, huh? Okay, this one will be a bigger floor, which will at the end lead into a boss battle, so let's hopefully get there. So, currently we have 20 ingots, which means we have, well, 20 speed, right? It was 5 per 5. Yep. Essentially, I have plus 20 attack speed on every character right now. Neat! That's gonna be even more insane. So, I kinda wanna go to the trader just to see what they have. But I also don't kinda wanna purchase anything. But let's see what stages we got. We have a familiar face, a Sarkis woman and her underling. Though you do not remember the details, you are certain you have gone through this before. And this one has basically medic runes as a added bonus on it. And the Sarkis woman is W, so yes, some former bosses that you encountered through the main story and other places can appear in here. W is one such mercenary. And the other stage is beast fighting. This place is ordinarily meant for watching hounds fight each other, but now says operators will lose a certain percentage of HP when they are initially deployed. Essentially, it's like, I think like half HP or something, or 60% HP gets chipped off. But we're gonna go with this one because I want to go through the 2 battle stages on this map. And I have enough units to do so, so let's do that. Okay, Palace. I really need a Vanguard unit. Well, Palace is gonna die. Kinda expected that. That's fine. That's fine. Don't really mind. We have a shit ton of points. Yep, you're gonna die. Place you there. You're gonna ruin my thingy, which is fine. Block you. One more deployment. Should have maybe turned the monster this way. That's fine. Place you. Okay. Uh-huh. Can you move forward? Can you move forward? And not attack Palace? Let's do this. There we go.
英雄たちよ、この揺るぎなき信念にたたえ、我らに組みせよ。
階級万物を一元に収むるはシャシャ楽々の境
She's
地
gone.
にこ
I did
そ
lose 5 HP, but that's fine considering how much HP in here.
思う存分戦えたの。
Sadly, no perfect, but we get a new flyer. Says Lone Wanderer. Receive a random collectible with any purchase at the next shop on this floor. That is pretty good. Not gonna lie. Which makes me want to purchase something. Says, within the crevices of the earth and under the shadows of the cities, a mysterious lone wanderer is spying. Behind his ugly iron mask lies a face of conspiracies and madness. And now, this one is unique. If you get a question mark decision one, you basically can choose between two vouchers, which actually means I am picking one of these because I need a Vanguard that prints me a bit of DP, you know? So, vanilla, I choose you, I guess. So, let's see. Next stage is called Premiere. This is the first time some members of the audience are watching a performance of the troupe. The dancers' alluring postures have made many of them impetuous and easily angered. They will not tolerate even a single word of criticism against the dancers. But yeah, this is a stage full of Simpy Sims. Let's just call them that. But yeah, essentially, mechanic around this is these singers are essentially buffing everybody on the map and buffing themselves, so you know, I kind of want to kill them. Hold on. Let's go. Okay, well, you're gonna be deployed first, considering I need a DP printer here. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough. Maybe I will have enough time? We'll see. Just poke her. Don't let her take the treasure. Put you down. Retrieve you. Put you down. Interesting. More. Retreat her. Place you down. Place you facing up. Okay, monster will live. Sadly, he will not get healed from where he is. But that's fine for now. Gonna retreat him in a... Well, not really retreat, I'm gonna just buff him in a second. Okay, here comes the wave. The crying guys are the most annoying part of the stage. They can really wreck your shit. But Ling apparently says no. Okay. Let's see. Save the treasure, 4 ingots. Now, I could replace this, but I don't want to replace it because I want to see what we get. Medic or caster? I'm gonna just yoink another caster because not much use for medics at the moment. Sure, doesn't really matter. You'll just sit there. So, let's see. We can recruit another medic, which I don't have hope for. We can pick this. I could promote Ling, but I don't have hope, so I cannot. We have... Oh, game. You're spoiling me. Banshee's Kiss. Well, I think I've picked this up before, but essentially you pick it up, you instantly gain 8 hope. Says, outsiders make extraordinary displays of bravery that far surpass their normal abilities. However, as one of the few male banshees out there, this has become a far too common sight to logos. Let me get a name in here. The next thing is Regional Action Plan. 5-star operators cost -2 hope to recruit, so they basically this makes 4-star operators free of charge, essentially. It says, Rhode Island has established dedicated offices in every important hub area. The messengers are doing what they can to wave a fragile web across the land. This is a pretty good artifact. And then we have Iron Guard, which I cannot use on anybody because I do not have a defender. But yeah, essentially free defender upgrade. Says, scars symbolize glory, but who will remember the soldiers who were cut a bit too deeply? Oh, that one has a lot of meaning. Well, it's gonna spend a lot, but it's a lot of hope. Pride Open Toolbox. Oh yeah, right. We're getting another item on top because I just bought something. Another +4 hope. Holy shit. The toolbox of the Troops Prop Master. From nails to dummy props. It has everything. So now the voucher is gone, essentially. But I gained another artifact on top. And I will 100% promote Ling. Ling is level 60 currently, so... definitely promoting her up. I'll see about either to use her second or third skill. We'll probably end up using third skill most of the time. Now, yeah, I don't have a medic to promote and I don't want to spend on another medic, so let's go to the next random encounter. It is a campfire, but this one is different. It says, Teller of Tales. You sit next to a simple campfire at the castle's terrace, trying to get some rest. Next to you sits a special passerby. The talkative adventurer has shared with you many over-the-top stories. I heard the Colombian president is actually a machine. I've heard told that there are some slowly moving mountain ranges in the Veterton of Sami. Some people say there are some twisted experiments being run behind the scenes of the endless war in Bolivar. Those scary things they call hounds were actually created in those experiments. Some things sound like tall tales, but I'll believe the slowly moving mountains, and I'll believe the experiment things. Considering we know a bunch of that. Teller of continues, we all know the world of terror is full of strange legends, but these stories are all a little too far-fetched. They can't be real, can they? God, what isn't real in this game? Anyway, continuing into a battle stage called Reform, the troop accepted these prisoners and promised them freedom. What these convicts don't know is that even though their bodies will be freed from this moment, their souls will forever be imprisoned. And oh god, I hate this stage. Essentially, it's one entrance, but there's gonna be annoyances here, so ugh. It's mostly these guys that can be awoken by the dancers. So ugh. Anywho. Yeah, I think for this one I'm gonna switch Link to, yeah, I'm definitely switching her to this. Because this will be able to nuke shit. Okay, so let's begin with Vanilla down here.
Yes.
You can start poking at her. And we're gonna deploy. A Ling. We're gonna deploy. Maybe not yet. Also, yeah. Now as you can see, sorry for pausing this. Now as you can see, because I have the module already on her, her stage 3 summons, instead of costing 20, I think it's 23, are now costing me 18, which is a much better thing to have, honestly. Okay, I want to trigger her thing one more time. Just use her to get one extra 12 points, and let's deploy our first big boy. Should have maybe deployed one in front first, but okay. Well, there goes Rangers, which is fine, I guess. Oh. Please use your powers of deletion. Palace. Do I... Just in case. I think one of you guys is gonna be enough. And let's place you here. Well, this is a squad, alright. Okay. The balloons are gonna go through probably. We'll see. Okay. Shred through him. Okay. Are the balloons gonna go through? Hopefully Link does something against them. She's gonna get stunned by them. That's definitely happening. Yep. Okay, well, this one better than expected. Now that I hear her being theatrical as fuck, I'm quite sad I didn't pull her. I love that. Well, we're getting 2 vouchers, and now we have 17 freaking points. Well, don't mind me as I yoink Shalak, who I do have, as evident by that very picture on E2, and place you in there. Welcome to the Force, Asuna. Okay, we have our first bigger boss stage. Says, mind the doors. The Spire Caster's abandoned trinkets were modified, eventually becoming the castle's how do you read that? Indefatigable guardian. At the same time, it has also proven to be some of the new actors' barriers to entry. Okay, this is gonna be the stage with the golem. Yep, Lost Colossus. Oh boy. I might. Yeah, I'm gonna replace Rangers. Having two DP printers here is gonna be much more useful. Sorry, Rangers. I like you as a character, but sorry. Well, oh god, why are you there? Why are you there? Well, I'm placing you here. Placing you here, placing you there. Nope, you're not going anywhere. Shivak is great, but the biggest problem is that I cannot do anything until she stops blocking. There we go. Where do they prepare for this bloke? Oops. I guess here. Ow! Ass. I think it's gonna go over here, right? Can't remember his route. No, he's going to the back. Well. Ow! Well, this is going tits up. I hate him. I hate him so much. I hate him so much. Okay. Poke him. So he stops attacking. I need more, way more deployment points. Ow. His random bullshit is so annoying. Well, this is going swimmingly. Stop. This is going swimmingly, isn't it? Well, good thing I have a shit ton of points, I guess. I hate this Colossus. I hate this Colossus. If you cannot hit him from range, should have swapped Link to ranged. This is costing me a lot of points. I hate that shit. Just kill the last unit. Okay, well. Oh my god. I hate him. I hate him so much. Well, 6 ingots because this was a boss stage, and we have a unique voucher here. Backline Coordination Senior Recruitment Voucher. Which says recruit a medic, sniper, support, or caster operator. Certain operators are automatically promoted to the time of recruitment. So well, wow, really? What? None of this is very useful here. Could take Skadi. Probably gonna take Skadi. Or Exia, come here. I'll take you. And then, oh boy, well, this is a selection. Select a collectible, huh? Unknown instrument. All friendly units have plus 50% HP. Very nice. Old Stern Armor. All friendly units have plus 34% defense or Profound Silence. All enemy units have minus 20% HP. All three are very good, I would say. But I think I had the first two already on other runs, so I'm gonna take this one, because I think this one is new. And we are on the next stage. Let me first quickly see, what do you say? Profound Silence, a painting that depicts the greatest disaster in Iberian history. Ha! Yep, that definitely I didn't have that before. Its brushstrokes, colors, and images are all luminous. The Aegir no, the Aegir no, the Aegir no. Oh god. Alright. Well then. The Aegir definitely no. Ooh. Which way to go here? Well, let's start with a random encounter, because that one puts us into any of the lanes. See what we get. Oh, hi. Shackled Bloodline. In a dark jail, you find a slender girl shackled to a stone column by multiple chains. Noticing you, the girl claims to be a member of the Sarkas vampire royal family. She asks you to give her a little blood to restore her strength and break free from her restraints. Giving her blood, I can't remember, I think that loses us HP. But just to showcase what happens, let's go with that. After a loud roar, the girl rips the thick chains apart and laughs manically. She loudly ridicules the troop who locked her here and swears to take revenge against every last one of them. Her fine facial features suddenly crumble into 3 segments, revealing her sharp, horrifying fangs. Subsequently, the shadows in the jail morph into several human-like shapes, and the twisted beings all attack you at once. So yeah, we are gonna enter a battle stage here, which can also happen on these encounter stages. Says, Demonic Cage, the terrifying pure-blood vampire disappears into the shadows of the castle with a maniacal laugh, leaving behind her twisted shadowy servants. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun, huh? So yeah, the entire stage is just these 2 types of units. And oh boy. Axiom, please. Actually... yeah, I think this is gonna be fine. As you're gonna see in a second, this stage is a special... Yep. This is what we're dealing with. Oh boy. Now, do I wait until I can plop a monster? Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Trigger. Maybe use you? Use you. Or you. You're gonna get smacked up there, which is not good, so please distract. Thank you. I just need her to fill up. Okay, she got healed by kal'tsit. Holy shit, kal'tsit actually healed someone besides her and monster. Okay, dealt with. Good. This stage can be tricky depending on who you have when you enter it for the first time. Thank you, Vanilla. And we get 5 ingots. Let's see the flyer. The Golden Fowl Beast. Immediately gain +3 Originium ingots when entering the next encounter on this floor. The Golden Fowl Beast lays golden eggs. It spreads its golden feathers as its golden chicks squeak. It is golden, but what does it matter? Then we get a sniper recruitment voucher, which I am immediately gonna use Anexia. Yep. definitely leaving her on that scale. And then we can get another collectible. So let's see what we get. Lucky coin. Gain +2 Originium ingots upon entering a non-combat node. Or a antique coin immediately adds +10 Originium ingots. So gain +2 Originium ingots upon entering a non-combat node. So this keeps giving, essentially. Non-combat, which means encounters and traders and rest zones. This one is definitely better, considering we keep getting. This one gives 10, which is nice, but I'm gonna go with lucky coin. I think I had antique coin already. So, what does the text say? It says, a coin picked up from Rhode Island. If you find one, you're sure to be able to find many more. Well, we are getting a collection here. Now, this is a unique stage. Downtime recreations are essentially a gamble stage, which sometimes lets you gamble with hope, sometimes with Originium, I think sometimes with HP as well. So just to showcase this, let's... I would like to see the trader, but the trader leads me into an emergency op, and I kind of don't want to risk it right now. So let's go into this one. The Curio Keeper. You come across an old lady sitting on top of a tall pile of boxes, reading fairy tales. She notices you and beckons you forward toward her. According to her, all these were once treasures, but their owners lost everything. But their owner lost everything he ever had and was forgotten by history, leaving not so much as a gravestone. Thus, all the curios became junk without owners. If you're willing to spend some coins and listen to the old lady tell the tale of this box's owner, you will become its new owner. So, this gives us an option to spend 5 Originium ingots, but it has a chance to receive a collectible, so sure. The old lady tells the story of a child of a poor family who dreams of becoming an actor, only to go missing after joining a troupe. You open the box to find some rusks inside. You ask the old lady where she heard all those stories. She thinks to herself, and with a smile, she tells you she has a Caprine granddaughter, and she heard all the stories from her granddaughter. The old lady is a feline. Subconsciously, you think she may be hiding something. You find the story decent, and what's inside the box might come in handy. After some small talk, the old lady asks if you would like to hear another story. So, I don't think we've gained anything from this. I think that was just a junk one, so how about another one? I think this is the same... Yeah, this is the same thing, unless I get... Yep, unless I get something special, so let's hear another one. Same thing again. I don't think we're gonna get anything, and I'm spending all my ingots. Oh, this one is new. We got something. The old lady tells a colorful tale of adventure. Alas, the hero of the tale ends up walking a path of no return. You open the box to find a useful tool inside. And what do we get? We get a... well, it's a disc. The Whisperer in Arknights. Or a disc, vinyl record. All enemy units have minus 10% HP. A black vinyl. Do not touch it. Okay, she ends with the same thing. Continues, the old lady sees that you are not very interested in listening to any more stories and returns to her book without saying more. As you leave, you notice the letters on the book's cover written in Victorian. Joffrey's New Fairy Tales. Well, let's go to the next combat stage then. We have a stage called Bob's Beers. And yes, as in... Oh wait, I'm thinking about someone else, no. Says, you see a group of ruffians sorting out the supplies they made off with. A large amount of Originium slug beer and drones transporting infused Originium slug extract. Perhaps you can help the brewers get their supplies back. They'll be very happy about it. Oh! I do not think I had the stage before. Interesting. So, this box is isolated, which means the drones are gonna be the only thing going there. And the red gate only leads into a subterranean area and into the corridor here, which means there's gonna be a split between going there and coming out of here. Okay. Interesting. Well, okay, let's begin. Oh boy, I just noticed the time. This is gonna be a long episode, isn't it? Ooh. Well, we're starting with drones, huh? Well, let's place this Axia there. Where are you? Oh, this is not okay. Well, Axia, you did your job. Palace. Oh, this is so done this already? Oh, great. Fantastic. Fantastic. How many drones are there? Uh-oh. This is a problem. I might actually lose here. I might actually end this episode here for today. Yep, this is over. This is over. I placed Axia into the wrong spot. Well. Okay. Understandably, your mouth is called members characters, but this can hurt you, blah blah blah. Okay. Well, I guess this is it for today's episode. I placed Axia into the wrong spot, and that's pretty much it. Well, next time we're gonna go into this with full-on random characters. This is kind of a shame. I had some very fucking powerful artifacts. Use the support squad and spend, oh my god, 1 hour 9 minutes. Okay. Ended your journey at Nightmare's Prelude. The candle flame flickers ceaselessly just as you yet remain in this old castle. You surrender to your endless nightmares, never to awaken again. So basically it tallies all the things you had during the run. We got two out of the 3 stories, which means next week when I do another episode of this, hey, we actually got this, which is nice. But yeah, next week when we do another episode of this with the monthly squad, hopefully I can get further ahead. But yeah, what are the next few rewards? Cool, XP and the cubes. Good. And as for new collectibles, was I right? Yep, this was new. The painting was new. Anything else? This was actually also new, okay. And I think that's pretty much it. Okay, anyway, this will do. Oh, right, hold on. I can show this at least. For the end. Can unlock talent node number 4, which costed 120. Extra buffs, extra deployments. And the next nodes, the starting nodes, are gonna cost 50. These are probably gonna be like 60, and I have no idea how much the last freaking node is gonna cost, but we'll see when we get there. Still says new. What else is new? Oh, the communicator. Right. Okay, but this will do for today's episode. Like I said at the beginning, there's gonna be a narrated episode for the current what's called the current side events with Ling, side story with Ling and stuff, coming out sometime later after this this is going live. So look forward to that. And over the week, there's gonna be a couple of other updates continuing series that already exist on the channel. So for now, hopefully you enjoyed this, had some fun watching me suffer through this shit. But shit happens, right? So, anyway, yeah, this has been Jacob. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next whatever next thing pops up on the channel. So, thank you all, and bye-bye.